What's going on, friends? Happy Monday. Was everybody doing? All right, we got this stream up and running. I'm so excited to be here. Welcome to my Mayhem Streamcast. We are here to have conversations to break stigmas, create awareness, and encourage acceptance and opportunities. And we love to share stories about mental health, disability, and trauma. A trigger warning just in case sometimes we talk about things that can be difficult and mature, but these are experiences and we love to share stories to help someone else. But we're here to kick off another week. You guys hear a little music? Everything sounding good? Yeah? All right. Well, I hope so. I am excited to be here. I am your host, DJ, and a visual descriptor. I'm a female Latina, brunette, with some silver streaks. That's where I get the name. I have olive skin, brown eyes, and I'm wearing red lipstick with my red shirt. It's a Wonder Woman shirt. So I wanted to wear a superhero. We'll talk more about that. We might get into that. But if you're new to my show, welcome. Thank you for hanging out. Thank you for stopping by. Hello, everyone. I'm excited for tonight's guest. We will get to him shortly, but please, if you follow, connect with me. Follow me on Twitch. I'm on Twitter, YouTube, Instagram, Facebook. Really appreciate the support. And I'm here to, create some conversation. So please. Got to say thank you to Restream for powering our live tonight in this conversation. And hopefully we won't have any tech issues. It's always a good thing, but you never know. That's just sometimes, most of the time, the way it goes. All right, let me look into the chat. All right, I sound good. That's good. We got the chat. Thank you. Hi, Mackenzie. And I saw, Stream Elements. ADHD Melly. Melly, I saw you. Good afternoon or good evening. I hope you're doing well. I've seen you've been doing some lives recently, so that's good to see you around. Thank you, best mod ever, checking out all the channels. All right, cool. I did not want to miss this conversation tonight. It was really important to me, and I had been waiting for this wonderful, inspiring speaker to come, and I wanted to hear his story. So I'm not sure how I want to do this intro. Do I just give my normal chat intro? Or do I share his video? Because he provided a video, or there's a video on his website, and I thought it was fantastic. So maybe I should just let him come on and, we'll watch the video together, I guess. I think that's the way I'm going to do it. But I'm going to go ahead and want to welcome my guest. Okay, now if you don't know who's here, let me tell you. I'm going to tell you who's here. It's very exciting. Okay, he's a professional speaker at Tedx SugarLand. He's also an author and a perseverance, and I saw bravery coach in there somewhere too. So I'm excited to talk about perseverance and bravery. But tonight we have Jason Freeman, and part of Jason's bio was really, I was really excited as I was doing my research and getting ready for him and have him on the show. But let me go ahead and just share what I wrote, or what he wrote, his bio. So Jason speaks to an audience. He is absolutely 100% committed to bringing his speech impediment with him. Audiences see him on stage against all odds, living his dream, which helps them see their dreams as closer and more attainable. Jason has a unique walk, a love for country music, and a sweet tooth, and a master of fine arts and poetry. A Tedx Talk and a book he authored called Awkwardly Awesome, Embracing the Imperfect Best. His goal is to speak to millions of people in his lifetime, and he hopes to inspire them to see their best in themselves, take their next step forward, and persevere towards their dreams, not only for themselves, but for their health and happiness for generations to come. I just thought that was fantastic. So let me not hold any further ado. Let's bring out Jason. Hi, Jason.
Hey, everybody. Thanks for having me, DJ.
Yeah, no, I'm so glad you're here. I've been waiting to talk to you, and I'm just super excited. And, you're public speaking and you're out there on stages sharing your story. And I know that's really exciting. So I wanted to hear it from you, just a little bit about your story and your mission, your purpose, which is really, you got road ahead. And you've been at this for a good 10 years.
Yeah, 10 or 12.
Wow. All right.
So the thing is, so things come up for so many of us in life
Yeah.
where we
Let me see.
lose our voice or don't share our voice because we don't think what we have to say is important, or we minimize what's coming through us, and I think this can happen to anyone. My personal story with it was I was excited to be in the world, and I came out a few weeks early, and it surprised my folks in the middle of the night. Surprise! but they weren't expecting it, hence the surprise and the confusion. My umbilical cord, it didn't get wrapped around my neck luckily, but it got kinked like a garden hose.
Yeah. You
And
talk about that in your TEDx.
so I lost some oxygen, but
Mm.
luckily not too much. But it left me with a very distinguished, a very unique, I would say distinguished voice, and
Yeah.
unique coordination sometimes. Like for example, in 7th grade, I went out for track for a shot put, and and my first shot put. In my first meet, I wind up the shot put and end up throwing it backwards.
Oh
I
no.
negative yardage in shot put.
Oh gosh. Well, listen, it could happen to me too, so I get it. Wow, wow. Okay. And then what happened? I mean, that just
People clapped. I don't know.
Well, I mean, I know that you do talk about that story about the shot put in there, and I heard about that. And you've got such a good your good sense of humor. Like you use a lot of comedy. Like I thought your jokes are so funny. I just thought it was great. I had a really good time,
You heard
listening.
about the shot put? You dug deep if you
I
heard
did.
this. I'm
Well,
impressed.
wow. I got your book, but I did the free download, and I know that it's for sale on Amazon and paperback. Now, I haven't read the book, right? I didn't have time to read the book, the whole book. But um I've read the even on let me share. Can I share? Let's see. Um like you're awkwardly awesome. Let's see. Here it is.
Oh
There
wow.
we go. Yeah. Awkwardly awesome, embracing the imperfect best. And then it says embarking. So I was, trying to read and like just everything you've share and how you talk about bravery and perseverance. And you just have people have to embrace who they are, and you had to embrace your voice, your coordination, right? Even if that meant throwing the shot put backwards. So I just fitting introduction. Yeah. So I was just trying to read. I thought it was great. And I really, um, what inspired you to write the book? Like, was that your idea, or did someone tell you, Jason, you got to write a book? You got to have a book. If you're out there talking, you got to have a book.
So yeah, probably it's good to have a book if you're
Speaker.
out there talking, but also DJ, good question. I love English. I majored in English in college and
Yeah.
master uh fine arts, but But
Let's see.
what happened is I was after I graduated with my master's, I got in the habit of sticking I will write a poem or write an uh, essay or journal entry, and I was sticking it all in a big green rubber made tub, and then just putting it in my closet.
Oh,
I
oh,
was I was I was hiding my creativity from the world. And how many of us do that at various times? And I have to say, finally, getting the courage, but also the discipline to get a book from in, from inception, from idea to publication. That's
yeah.
been extremely rewarding, and to
Good.
see people's reaction is fun.
Yeah. Wow. So, and in your bio, you talked that you mastered in poetry. So, do you write poetry? Like, is that something more personal where you can let out those feelings? Or do you not write as poetry as much and that was more of a formality for school in your studies? For
Oh,
perfectionism, right? Was that part of that perfectionism that we're all seeking that validation?
I good, good, really great question. So I went into my master's program really excited about poetry.
Mhm.
I've been writing it on it since high school. Actually, I had a friend in high school, and we who was a poet, and we would trade poems, and it was wonderful. But I got into the master's program, and I started comparing my poems to the other students, and
Oh,
to pour through time, and going, my poems on the good. So you know what happened is I lost confidence in my voice. And how often do we play that comparison game, and look over here and say, oh, they've got that going on, which
yeah.
I don't have it going on. Over there, oh, they got it. Means I don't. But what about us both having it going on, and being able to learn from each other, and not having to compare in a way that we diminish ourselves in the process.
I agree. I think that's something I love to talk about a lot because we do, as a society, we do diminish and we do it to ourselves.
Oh.
I mean, if society doesn't do it, we do it to ourselves. So I agree
Yeah, if
100%.
society doesn't do it, we fill in the gaps.
But I mean, and so it's hard. And I always talk about community. I always talk about one person. Like all it takes is just one person to really like at least you can um have a sense of community with that connection with to be able to because it's hard to find it within yourself. It really is. Like the battles, I know we all have our own battles within ourselves and like the comparison game cuz you just mentioned that and how difficult it is when there's everybody feels like they're flying by you, they're doing so great, everyone's successful. Of course, that's not really reality, right? There's always things going on behind the scenes, but it's our perceptions
Mhm.
plus the the, the expectations we put on ourselves and it compounds with
Mhm.
I mean, then you put in all the stuff we're taught as a kid, right? When we're bullied, when we're our the all the stuff that we tend to believe that we can't do. Oh, we can't do it. We can't do it. So, I mean,
Yeah.
not to go on and on, but I do understand. Uh,
Did I tell you about the biggest bully? I had a huge bully in seventh grade.
did no, I didn't know that. This story I didn't see anywhere. Go ahead.
Just, I mean, he was relentless.
Oh.
day after
Y
me day in and day out. I mean, why are kids so mean sometimes, you know? Who knows? But it was just awful. Do you have any idea who that kid was? Who that bully was?
Mm. Sounds like a deep question.
It was. I'll point to him dramatically. It was me.
It was you. It was ourselves. We were
Yeah,
bullying
yeah, yeah,
ourselves.
yeah, yeah.
Oh. When did you realize, like, I need to I have to change my mindset? And I think that's something that a lot of people is like when they reach that point that it really is in our mindset. It's we have to change a specific mindset to get to a certain place we wanna get to.
So, so I wish I could say that it happened right then and then in
Yeah.
seventh grade, way when I attempted suicide and decided not to go through with it. That the light bulb flashed on, but actually it was like 12 years ago. I was sitting in my friend Ina Lucas's car. She was dropping me off at my house, and I must have been complaining about my voice or something, and she just looks at me and goes, "Jason, your voice is your gift." And suddenly
Oh,
and
that was it.
suddenly things started connecting
Perspective.
in a new way, perspective, and then I've been acting on that perspective, doing my imperfect best to act upon it ever since.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, I think that's so important that we have to accept ourselves for our imperfectnesses. Is that a word? But I mean,
Yeah, nice.
I mean, we all have things, hang-ups, insecurities, and I love, especially because of working with people in the community of different disabilities and traumas and mental health. It's, stuff that we talk about a lot, right? The sense of community, a sense of compassion, understanding, grace,
Mm,
accepting of one another. And I talk a
mm,
lot about things,
mm,
whether it comes to accessibility or accommodating and
mm,
understanding, right? Extending how we as individuals can all take ownership to be more inclusive, to be more understanding, to allow more space
mm,
without putting so much on one person. One person can only take so much as if we didn't already beat ourselves up.
mm,
So, and sometimes and I think this is going a little in a different direction, but right, it's obviously easier to kind of invest time and energy in somebody else rather than ourselves, right? Well, I don't want to deal
mm,
with my problems, but I'm going to help you, Jason, and we'll take care of your
mhm.
problems.
Yeah, yeah, it is really challenging to strike that balance of being of service to our friends and our clients
Yeah.
and to the broader community, and at the same time nurturing ourselves. That can be really tricky.
Yeah. Yeah. And you do that, right? With speaking and coaching, you're out in the public in the sense you're right sharing your story and you're opening up, and then you have clients that are opening up to you that are looking for guidance and mentorship and strength
Mm,
from you.
mm,
But I want to talk about the perseverance and the bravery
mm,
and that part of it and
mm,
those specific words and why you chose
mm,
those and how they kind of connects to your story.
mm. So when I was younger, great Christian, when I was younger DJ, I was hoping for a quick fix so, like some miracle cure to make my speech impediment go away, or to suddenly make me so much less nervous than I was, and consistently relaxed, and that never came. But what did come was the knowledge that I could take steps each day, and make gains in the direction I wanted to go. And with that the knowledge, I learned that perseverance does make a difference. We might
Mhm.
look at, oh, I just took a few steps today. What the heck? Those are so small. But and our minds can talk us out of constructive action. But
Yeah.
but if we persevere, those steps, our actions accumulate, and then other good people come into our lives, and then help us amplify our message, like you're doing right now. You're helping, like you're blessing all the steps I've taken in this journey, and you're helping me amplify it, which is amazing.
Mm. Yeah. It's true. I talk a lot about that, like acknowledging those little steps. Like we
Mm.
have to celebrate those little ones, because even on those the hardest days, that one little thing, it's like, just getting out of bed sometimes, just brushing your teeth sometimes. um and that's when I talk about more like serious stuff, because we that's life. Like it can be that serious, you can be that close. Oftentimes we are. Sometimes people around us are so close to, you know, they're rock bottom, and you don't know. So, you just never know who you're talking to. And for me, it's like I just want to send that message that there is hope out there. There's people out there that are of different walks of life that have all these stories, and there's someone out there that you can connect with to help you keep moving on your journey.
Yeah, it's tough because I mean, at least this happened for me in seventh grade. Like the
Yeah.
closer I got to rock bottom, the less I wanted to share with other people. But it really is taking that tiny step to share with someone. Hey, things aren't going well for me. That tiny step can be life
Mhm.
saving,
Mm.
and then we get afraid of burdening people with saying things like that, but it can help them too, because they also go through tough times in life, and so it helps them them to feel not alone on this journey we call the human experience.
Yep. Yep. This is exactly what I like talking about. All right, let me say hi
Good,
to the
good, good.
chat. What's up, chat? Hi, Amanda. You never know someone is battling privately. It's so
Mm,
true. Talk about it every week, it seems. Every week. Great to see you both. Thank you, Juana. Thank you.
thanks, Juana.
Yeah, Philip. Hi, Philip. Philip Harris Jones Jr. What's going
No,
on?
what a great name, Philip Harris Jones Jr. It's awesome.
Yeah. Yes. And Nicole, I saw you earlier. I don't know if you're still here, but hello, hello. Thank you again. All right. And Mackenzie, you said celebrate each success. Small goals and incremental growth should be acknowledged. So,
I love the term incremental growth. I don't know if I've heard that before exactly that way, but I love that, Mackenzie.
yeah. So, poet to poet there. That's
Mm,
writers, authors. So but those words have meanings. I think we all love words here. Just from the crowd, I know that Juan is a writer, Amanda's a poet. Amanda, she writes poetry too. How's your poetry going, girl? Tell us, share it with us. Uh, because that's a lot of times how we express what we have going on. If you're a writer, if you're a musician, right, through your music in those private moments.
mm,
Um, we all find ways and it's hard to open up, but you don't want to give up hope. You want to always try to at least just maybe try to be that voice right in the middle of their darkness that you just never know that they might hear, that they might feel, that they might see. So,
mm.
this is so
Yeah,
good.
it's exciting that we have the ability to inspire each other in our dark moments, and that this is such a communal journey being alive.
Yeah. I mean, we all know that it's not getting any easier. It just
Yeah,
seems
yeah, it doesn't seem to be.
so it 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 leaves me worried for the future, right? For future of my children, the future of my relatives, right? Our family, our community, like what's going to be happening, what's going to end up happening, but without getting too far off topic or anything. I just, I always like to talk about because that's part of the mayhem. Everyone's got these moments, and as difficult as they are to talk about them, it's important that we address it. And that's what I like to talk about usually on Mondays. But all right, we should hop over to something a little bit more positive, maybe.
Or can we talk about that
Yeah.
just a little bit, because it's such an important thing.
Yeah.
Like, it's easy to look at the news, whatever news, and look at it for half an hour, for an hour, and go, oh my gosh, things aren't going well. They're going so downhill, and that's part of what. And I mean, we see these stories, and they're horrifying. But at the same time, the news draws from stories of things that are really not going well. The
Right.
news is not designed to like pick up, like,
Right.
TJ and Jason are talking and having a great conversation. Top news story. The news is not designed to pick up on the millions and billions of things going right each day. So
It's
so it's
true.
so it's I think it's important to keep that in mind, that yes, it's fine to stay informed, and it's good to know what's going on and to be empathetic and compassionate, but also keep in mind that the news is just not the whole story. It's not the sum total. It's just a piece of what's happening in the world, and also really tune into all the good things that happen for you in a day, and for the people around you in the day.
Yes. Definitely agree with that. I've turned off the news a long time ago so I could listen to life in the
Mm.
moment.
Listen to life in the moment. That's a great phrase. It's a really great phrase. I will write that down, actually.
That's fine. Because you're right, because all that takes over. All that just kind of seeps in, and and kind of taints the positive, the magical, the calm moments, the sentimental moments.
mm,
Those can be easily, I guess, lost by the loudness, the distractions of that. So yes, and but those distractions just come so frequently.
yeah, yeah,
And the more I try to avoid it personally, to stay focused, to stay within a healthy mental space of myself, so I'm not doing the comparison game. So I'm not being overtaken by what's going on around the world. So I'm not consumed by whatever, external
mm,
forces, right? But I'm more guided by my internal,
mm.
I guess,
Yeah,
energy.
yeah, I mean, it's a tough balance to strike because
Yeah.
the external can be so strong and so captivating, and it's constantly saying, look at me right now, look at me, worry about me right now." It can be so strong,
Mhm.
which is why I love I have a breathing practice which I do every day, which brings me back to my the locality of where I am,
Mhm.
and just my power to feel good in the moment.
So, with that being said, let's talk about your yoga. I
Um,
love the yoga story. Now we're at the 30-minute mark, and this is where I'm supposed to be taking a break for a sponsor. So I don't know how to do this. Jason, do you do any like sponsor stuff on your show? Do
no,
you,
I
do
haven't
you
yet,
no? No.
let's acknowledge the sponsor.
I don't know. I don't have a sponsor, but I'm going to save this slot right here, everyone watching, for sponsorship. So if you're interested in any of this,
Yeah, so so um
there's
so
the plug.
the to tonight's show is sponsored by Your Mayhem Be Known.
That's it.
Your
I love it.
Mayhem Be Known. Well, DJ, what is the magic of the word mayhem?
Okay. The magic of the word mayhem is that internal conflict that we all have and that we shouldn't it's it's what we've been talking about. It's exactly that conflict between the external and the internal,
Mm,
and that fine line, and how much do we show externally and how much do we not, right, withhold
mm,
internally, disclosure, sort of speak, right, if we talk use that term. How much
mm,
do I disclose, how much do I show, how much do I let out that is truly part of my quirkiness, my personality, the way I think, the way that I
mm,
can talk fast. If
mm,
I was, I mean, anybody that
mm,
speaks, quote unquote, normally has some sort of thing with their voice or the way they speak, because whether you're in podcasting or live streaming, I mean, we hear it over and over again. Oh, my voice, this and that, the way I speak. So, I mean, I'm no different. And in that
mm,
sense, we can't give into those limiting beliefs. We can't give in, because I know that the message, the power is much more powerful, right? That my work as an advocate is more important than the sound, quote unquote, of my voice, or how my voice may go high pitched, and then, I mean, all those little things that really don't matter, that can kind of be cleaned up later with a little audio magic, but it's the work. So mayhem was really derived from all these personal, private stories that I would sit with
mm,
individuals. And it's like we're all going through the same thing at the same time, but everybody feels like
mm,
it's just
mm,
them.
mm.
So that's like that's kind of really where it comes from.
it's so good. I'm glad you described it. It's so good, and I know the instinct so well because there's times in my life that I try to hide the fact that I had a speech impediment, which is impossible. Every time I speak, it's there, but I still try to hide it, try to stuff it down. And when people would say, "Oh, yeah, boy, you have a speech impediment," I'd be like, "Ah." Or when people used to say, "Oh, I don't understand you," I'd be like, "Ah." But but once we let a mayhem out and once we own it, it it diffuses. It often diffuses it in a way, and then it can be used differently. Like
Mm.
when I was so closeted about my speech impediment, I had no idea that I would be giving talks around the country and giving a Tedx talk and doing all kinds of videos and other stuff. No idea because I was busy trying to hide the mayhem instead of celebrating the mayhem and letting it connect with other people's
Yeah.
humanness.
Exactly. Exactly. That's it.
I like that mayhem's a great word.
And normally you hear it in such a negative, like when you see it, it's usually a very negative word. And I'm like, it can be negative, but it was just fun. I was just having fun.
Yeah,
Monday,
like
mayhem, letting it out. Have to be ourselves. Look at
it's
that. You
so
have to be
good.
yourself. Everyone else is taken. That's so true, right? We just have to be ourselves. Just let people love you just for who you are. That's it. Just be you. Just be you, people. Look, all of us. Just
I would add to that, or I would slightly change that maybe,
mm,
and I would say we have the option. We can choose to be ourselves, or we can choose to hide our whole lives through. But
mm.
but for me, I in my experience, it's so much easier just being me and it was so tough hiding and trying to hide my disability so people would like me and then people wouldn't get that close to me and you know why.
Because you were being awkward at that point because you
Yeah,
weren't being you.
because I wasn't letting them know
Right.
the real me, so how could
Right.
they get close to someone they didn't know?
Right. Right. Yeah, because when you're trying to not be you, you're being awkward in the weird way, right? In the negative way, not like being our awkward self, like in the positive way that we shine, like our
Mm,
quirkiness, our uniqueness. And so I understand. I
mm,
mean, it's true. It's not easy being in front of the camera like this live, right? And people say, "Oh, well, I'd rather record a video than be live." And I understand there's a way you can edit, there's a way you can present yourself a lot more polished. And for me, live streaming, I love the real time, the authenticity in
mm.
it, where you're just gonna get me just the way you're gonna get me, and when you meet me in real life, it's the same DJ you see on the live stream. There's no difference because I can't edit myself in that sense, right? It's not like you're used to seeing me in a very so this was for me my way of also letting my insecurities out, putting myself
Mm.
in that position and saying, "You know what? I'm not going to pick at myself and find ways to convince myself that I'm not good enough."
Mm. I mean, that's so powerful. This is your way of saying, oh, I see that part of myself that wants to stay hidden. I see you, but I'm going to do a podcast. I
That's it.
see you, but guess what? I'm going to do a podcast. And how many have
Yeah.
you done now?
Oh, this should be I'm almost at 60 episodes. This 50 something episodes.
Yay!
Yeah, no, this is good. This is year and a half. Season 3 cuz I do about 20 episodes cuz I do weekly. So 20 for and then 20. That's about 40 weeks out of the year and it leaves me a couple weeks off throughout the year. And that's how I've done it. So now since we're going to start now June, the second half of this year, now I have another 20 weeks and I'll be able to start my season 4 coming up in July cuz I took
Nice,
some time off in May
nice.
cuz I had in-person events. Those in-person speaking are I don't know about you, but I was so exhausted going to these conferences and being there and the lineup day to day, the schedule, be here, be there, move it, keep going to the next one, stand over here. It was a lot, right? Meeting people, photography, taping videos with other people. It's the high energy, the exchange of energy. It's
So
it's
sometimes those days start like early in the morning and end late at night.
oh, yeah. You have any wild stories of like presentations or speaking where you're just like, "Uh-oh, that one didn't go out just quite the way I hoped."
Oh, I early on I have these vivid memories, like really early on, vivid memories of people just looking at me halfway through and going, "What are you talking about?" Cause I would repeat myself. I wouldn't be organized, and
Oh.
I would just
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 talk. Just randomly talk or something?
yeah. I
Did you
guess I would have some points, but would get confusing and
So it
so
wasn't, like, super structured. Do you have any formal speech training or, like, have you been in any speech clubs or speaking, like, speakers bureaus? I mean, I'm sure with all your experience, what kind of I don't know. I'm just asking, like, when
so so
you're
I
s
did Toastmasters for
you did too?
little bit, and then
I do that.
oh, cool.
Yeah.
It's good training.
It's
And
helped me a lot.
it's a good organization. And then I've had a number of great speech coaches over the
Great.
years, which
Nice.
have helped a lot.
Good. That's great. When was the last in-person one you did? Before Before? Or have you had any in-person ones recently?
Hmm.
This year? Or are you
So
going to be? I
so
know
so at 1 o'clock today, I talked to eight um, people who experience disabilities who are transitioning from high school to the rest of their lives, and I got to
Oh.
talk to them and ask them questions for an hour.
Oh, that's fun. I love
Yeah,
talking the youth is fun. You like talking the youth?
yeah, I do a
Adolescents?
lot.
Yeah. Yeah. I know a couple people that really enjoy that kind of circuit and that age group, working with that age group. So, do you and I don't know. I was just curious. That's cool.
There's so much that I've learned over the years about focusing on the gifted part of my life and in and thinking about loneliness in a new way, and suicide prevention in a new way, and being proactive in life instead of reactive, and I like to share that stuff with you.
Yeah. All right. So I put up the National Suicide Prevention Lifeline. Oh, I have it on there twice, but it's 1-800-273-TALK, which is 8255. So, I know that it's important when we do talk about suicide or suicide prevention, and share those kinds of stories and those experiences. So I'm gonna have to edit that, but at least it's up there. And it's always in my description too for my YouTube channel. I always have any information like that, but it's important, and I'm very much an advocate for, whatever we can do to prevent suicide. So,
I'm so glad you shared that.
yeah. Oh gosh, yeah. I've put up the number a number of times. Let me fix this, by the way. I've put up the number, throughout different episodes. Let me save that. And I also put it actually in the logo. Let me see. I had it. I had the veterans one too. Here it is, suicide prevention. There it is. We'll leave that in the corner for now. Suicide prevention line needs to be discussed. Yes, it does. It's never the wrong time to ask. We always ask if you ask. It's better to ask than not to ask. All right, cool. What's up, Gabe? Catching the tail end. What's going on, my friend? Very, very important. Yes, yes, yes. So, but it is, it's just so much, it just goes back to all that stuff that we've kind of talked about this hour, in the last hour, and like different, how we can end up there through all these different ways, right? Like society can really put a pressure on us, and I talk about this in other shows, whether it's, we lose our employment, we can't work, right? We have a condition that it really kind of takes away our dignity, our quality of life, how it affects our mental health and all that stuff. So it's always an important issue, and it's always important to address. What's going on? Oh, what's up, John? Thanks for popping through. He's going to be a guest. John's going to be a guest. Yeah. What's going on? Met at PodFest. New friend right there. Can't wait to talk.
John will be in the house.
Yeah, he'll be in that seat over there. That seat right over there. That seat over there. So it'll be fun.
John, if you want this purple recliner, just let me know, okay?
Oh, does that have your legs lifted?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. Nicole, super important for everyone to know who to go to and how we can be the best advocate for ourselves. I know, I talk about that a lot. Yes, so it's very important. I always like to be that person that people can say, well, you don't know DJ, at least you can go out to DJ, and DJ, will try to give you the resources and just try to create that community for someone else, or guide them to the resources that they need. So the hot seat is always a great place to be. Ha 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 ha. Is always a great place. Yes, 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 it is. Isn't it though? This is where you have the best conversations up here.
Yeah. I feel like I'm sitting on a throne.
Well, hopefully you're feeling okay. Tell us what happened with your leg real quick.
I mean, I keep thinking life will go perfectly at
Yeah.
some point, and life happens. I was walking down a muddy hill, and I started tripping, and I put all my weight on my left ankle wrong, and I heard I'm sorry for the graphic image, but I heard a snap, and I fractured a small bone in my left ankle, so I'm a huge walker normally, but now I have an actual walker, and I'm elevating my legs and icing them, and going to PT, so life's a little different for a few weeks.
Yeah. Okay. Well, we want to definitely wish you a speedy recovery on that.
Thank you.
And hopefully you can work on other things, right? It's kind of
Oh
those
yeah, yeah.
when we're sick and we're like, well, we got a little downtime where you could actually work on some things that you were hoping to do during a downtime or be able to catch a wave of time where you could work on some other things. So hopefully something I'm sure something good will come out of it.
Oh yeah, definitely. I like your attitude.
That's good. That's good. Oh my gosh. So what's the future? What you gonna be doing? You got anything for like this next coming year? I mean, once your legs are back to and you're moving around and you're yourself, but you working on any projects or you got any?
So in the week I am speaking at a church to youth from 9 to 99 local
Wow.
church, and then speaking to the same group I spoke to today next Monday, and then speaking that same day virtually to seventh graders who are graduating in Vancouver. So it's exciting to have speaking in the
Yeah.
next few weeks, and I want to, as things return to whatever they return to, I want to be speaking to young people all over the country, and people who experience disabilities, and also to business. I want to speak to everyone, kind of.
Millions. I know, a million people in your lifetime.
Millions, billions, who knows?
Do you have a number yet? You know where you're at in the count?
Ne- So that's the thing about the work we all do, about being human.
Yeah.
Like we never know how far a ripple effect extends. As humans, we just don't know what the kind word to someone in the grocery store means, and or how that changes the day, and how that allows them to change other people's days, and how that multiplies. We'll never have exact calculations about effect upon this earth, I don't think, but we can know that we each matter, and what we each do is so important.
Yes. That's so true. I agree. I and it goes back to just celebrating those little things cuz those matter. Those little things matter. See?
Hmm.
Mhm. And
Yeah, nice tie-in.
well, it's true because we again, going back to that part of the conversation, we overlook that and then we just beat ourselves up and we think we're not making any progress. We think we're not getting anywhere. It happens to me all the time. I get in that trap. But it's like, okay, I got to jumpstart myself, out of that and move forward. So it's just
Mm.
part of it that what I mean, it's something I've had to learn for myself is to catch myself and stop myself when I'm into that self-deprecating mode.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. And it's nice the times we can notice where the train is headed before it heads too far down that path. I mean, sometimes we can, and sometimes we can't, but it's nice when we
Yeah.
can, for sure.
Yeah. But and if we can help somebody else not do that, I like that too. That's
Yeah,
part of
that's
my work
really
is
good.
yeah. But I mean, are you so you're actively coaching? Are you actively coaching or no?
Yeah, I do some coaching trades. I don't
Okay.
have any paying clients, I guess, or no, I don't guess. I know at the moment,
I was
but
just in
I do love coaching, and
all
I'm
right.
glad.
All right. So connect with Jason. Jason's here to go, like ready to go, huh? And
Yeah,
push.
yeah, yeah.
Help
I
you
am.
help work on those perseverance skills, right? And like find
Yeah, yeah. Work on the perseverance goals, but also the perseverance skills, but also really help people get clear on what they want to persevere towards.
okay.
Because if something's really meaningful for us, to us, we'll spend great energy on it and we'll do what it takes. But if we're going in a direction we don't really want to go, we're like, it's a lot harder to expend the energy we want to expend. So I help
Yeah.
people get, get clear on their talents and where they want to go with them too.
Awesome. Perfect. Right. Uh normal question, how can people connect with you, right? As we start to wrap it up, where can people connect with you? What's the best way to reach you? I do have your website around here too.
Yeah, the website is really the best way. JasonWFreeman.com.
Okay. Great. And I know you're on different social medias. And you have your show, you have your live stream. That what
Yeah, yeah, and I will be asking you definitely to be a future guest.
oh, cool.
Yeah,
Okay.
my live stream is awkwardly awesome podcast.
Yeah. Yeah. See, you should be at Podfest next year. You gotta have to come. Get those tickets.
Where was Pop
It
Fest?
was it was here in Orlando,
Oh
Florida.
no, oh that'd be
So
fun.
yeah. I don't where are you located? Where are you at?
I lived in San Diego 10 years. Now I live in South
Oh.
Dakota.
Oh, okay.
And then,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah.
All right. But you're in California right now, like today.
No,
And
today I'm
no.
in South Dakota.
Today you're in South Dakota.
Yeah,
Okay. All
yeah,
right.
I live in South Dakota now.
Okay. All right. Because I read that was where you were originally from, right? When you were like little and then you went to San Diego, but
Yeah,
now you're
yeah,
back.
and
Okay.
now I'm back
Now I'm
home.
back.
I boom. I was like a boomerang that went out to California, and now I'm back.
All right. Great. All right, Jason. I've had a lot of fun talking to you. Let me see if there's anybody else in the chat. Share the book link. Oh, okay. Let me see if I can.
Oh,
It's affiliate link, haha, but it's not going to go out to LinkedIn. It'll go to Twitch, YouTube, Facebook. Um, all right, cool. Let me hide that. We're gonna go for 1 billion people. Both of you should go for 1 billion. I don't know if I want to talk to 1 billion people. Let's
I would
we'll
love.
see. We'll see. Yeah,
Um,
you would love to.
mhm.
He's like, bring it on, bring it on. Okay, all right. All right, Jason. Anything else? Golly, I don't. Is there anything else
No,
we should you want to go back to in the conversation? Maybe we didn't finish.
no. This was so great. I really appreciate how you advocate for the best in people and help
Thanks.
people become comfortable with the mayhem, and so
Yeah.
they can inspire others, or so they can be more comfortable within themselves and inspire others. Thanks so much for the work you do.
Oh, of course. No, thank you. I mean, your work is so incredible. And I did watch your TEDx a couple times. And like I said, I did download your book on your website. So, and that you have it in paperback. And I guess I'll just, wait till I get the invite for your show and we'll follow up this conversation over there.
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
Right?
yeah.
Yeah.
Round two.
Yeah. Okay. Oh, and Gabe said that social media marketing world is in San Diego. So that would be another good way to connect with other creators. So for me, definitely like as next year, this year, whatever, and I start marking my calendar and I start making mental notes of when certain conferences and certain like big expos are, then
Mm.
I'll have it in my mind, as the years move forward. So that'll be fun. I've never been to California. So
Oh,
I'm an East Coast. Well, East Coast Florida, not East Coast like up north. So I'm, and I lived in New Mexico for a couple years. That's about as far west as I was able to go. But
where in New Mexico?
I was at the Air Force Base.
Oh,
I
at
was
what's it called?
Kirtland.
Oh, nice, nice.
Yeah. So that's about the furthest west I've ever lived. And I was able to travel to like Colorado, but I never made it to like the Pacific Northwest or California or anything
Mm.
like that. So
Well, you have a lot of good stuff to see.
yeah, I look forward to it. Okie dokie. All right, my friend. Well, it's been about an hour, so we're gonna go ahead and close up shop. We're gonna say thank you to everybody in the chat. Thank you, Mackenzie. You've been to California once. I was baking alive. That's funny. Oh my gosh. But thank you again, Gabe. Thank you everyone that came by. John. Let's see. I'm looking through the names. Ooh, Amanda, Philip, Nicole, Melly, and whoever catches this on the replay. Thank you so much. So I guess we're going to go ahead and put my little outro and say goodbye. Thank you, everybody. Bye.
Bye.